Om Shanti. Today, 14th May 2021, Bab Dada's Sakar Mudli. In essence, Baba says, Sweet children, you have now moved away from the Chudra clan and come into the Brahmin clan. The Father has adopted you through the mouth of Brahma. Therefore, maintain this happiness. Question is, which deep secret can only you children of the Brahmin clan understand? Answer, that incorporeal Shiv Baba is your father and that this Brahma is your mother. Only you children of the Brahmin clan can understand the deep incognito secret of how incorporeal God is your mother, father, brother, and friend. In this too, those who are to claim a high status in the deity clan will understand this secret accurately. Om Shanti. The children who are sitting here understand that their Bab Dada has come. The father becomes combined with Dada, and it is therefore said that Bab Dada has come. He is also the teacher. Bab, the father cannot tell you anything without Dada. Let your intellects work on this, because this is something new. On the path of ignorance, they only remember a single one. They would say that their guru is at such and such place. They know the name of his body. They say, our father, our mother is at such and such a place. They have names and forms, etc. People have then written this briefly. But whatever they have written is wrong. Although you are the mother and the father is remembered. That is sung of only one. It is not even sung of Brahma. Neither his name nor his form enters their intellects, nor do those of Vishnu or Shankar. They sing, you are the mother and father and we are your children. In spite of that, their intellects go up above. They wouldn't remember Krishna at that time. They would still only remember the incorporeal one. There is his praise. The father explains, when you sit here, remove your intellects from worldly relations and remember the Father from beyond this world. He is personally in front of you at this time. When people sing to him on the path of devotion, they turn their eyes upwards and sing, you are the mother and father. They remember him and say, O God. When they say God, they don't even remember the Shivalingam. They simply sing like parrots. You couldn't even say this of Lakshmi and Narayan. They were an empress and emperor. Only their children would call them mother and father. Their children wouldn't call them brother. Devotees remember the purifier, but it doesn't enter their intellect that he would be the Sivalingam. They just sing, O God. Who said, O God? To whom? They don't know anything at all. If they had the knowledge that they are souls calling out to God, they would realize that God is incorporeal. His form is the shape of lingam. No one remembers the Father accurately. They don't know what attainments they receive from Him or when they receive them. Even you didn't know this. You now belong to the Father. You now know that Shiv Baba has made you his children through Brahma. This is Mother Brahma. Shiv Baba has adopted you through Mother Brahma. At this time you understand very clearly that you are Shiv Baba's children. Then in the incorporeal form you are the children of Prajapita Brahma. The human world is created through Prajapita Brahma. It isn't that a new world is created, no. He comes at this time and adopts you. You call him the mother and father. Therefore, Shiva is the father and Brahma is the mother. They are called mother and father. The father tells you through Brahma, "You souls are my children." He sits here and gives you the recognition of what a soul is. They say that the soul resides in the center of the forehead like a star. They don't know anything else. They cannot say that a soul takes 84 births, that a soul plays a part through a body. When a soul sets his body and changes his name, form, place, and time, his whole family changes. When someone is adopted, his whole family changes. He knows his parents to whom he was born, and he then belongs to the family who adopted him. You have moved away from the Shudra clan and come here into the Brahmin clan. You have been adopted through the body of Brahma. You have come into the Brahman clan. These things cannot be written in the scriptures. They can only be explained. No one understands anything just from what is written. Now, only you children know that you have become the children of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. This one is the mother. Only Brahma can be called Prajapita. I adopt you children through this one. These are such deep matters. None of them can understand these things unless they are explained to them personally. Only those who belong to this Brahmin clan will understand these things. They will be the ones who claim a high status in the deity clan. These things will not sit in the intellects of new ones. These things won't sit in their intellects, nor will they be able to explain them to others. Among you two, they sit in your intellects number-wise according to the efforts you make. It is remembered you are the mother and father. Shiv Baba is remembered. Then it is said you are the mother and father. How can the one father be the mother and father? No one else can explain these things. People learn by heart whatever Vyas wrote in the scriptures. They tell you that someone has told you all of these things and that you have learned them by heart in the same way. It is very difficult for new people to understand. Even among us, those living here, no one is able to explain to others sufficiently well that they are souls and that their Father is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Only the unlimited Father gives you the unlimited inheritance. He gave you the inheritance. Now, after taking rebirth, you have completed your 84 births. Therefore, the Father has come to give you your inheritance once again. It is so easy to explain this to others. Whom you would call the mother and father is something to think about. He adopts you through Brahma. Therefore, a mother is definitely needed. So, according to the drama plan, a very special daughter is given the title of the world mother, that is Jagdamba. A male being cannot be called the world mother. He would be called the world father Jagat Pita. His name Prajapita is very well known. Okay, so where is Prajapita? Mata means the mother of people. This is why the mother is adopted. There is Adi Dev. Then Adi Devi is appointed. There is also only one Jagadamba and she praised. There are so many gatherings for Jagdamba, but no one knows her occupation. There is a temple to Kali in Calcutta. There is a temple to Jagdamba in Bombay. Their faces are different. Who is Jagadamba? No one knows this. She is called a goddess. Jagadamba shouldn't be called a goddess. She is a Brahmin. She is the princess of knowledge. She received knowledge from the Father. All of you are children of Jagadamba. You listen to knowledge and then relate it to others. This is your happiness, or this is your business. God is teaching you. It isn't a human being who is teaching you. This Brahma too is a human being. Human beings cannot purify anyone. The intellects of human beings have become so dull that they don't understand anything at all. Only the one Father is the purifier. He only comes to purify the impure. This whole world is Tamopradhan. All are impure. The new world is pure and the old world is impure. There are residents of hell in the old world and residents of heaven in the new world. The intellect also says that in the golden age there will just be deities who are residents of Bharat. There will be no one else there. You children have now received this knowledge. There were Sun dynasty deities in the new world, and then there was the Moon dynasty. Therefore, the Sun dynasty became the past. Then after the Moon dynasty, there was the Merchant dynasty. That truly was the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayana. Okay, what existed before them? No one understands this. The Father has explained the secrets of the cycle to your children. There is the Merchant dynasty in the Copper Age. In the Iron Age, there is the Shudra dynasty. You now understand that you have become Brahmins. The Father has made you belong to Him. That is, He has transferred you from the Shudra religion to the deity religion. Those of the Sun and the Moon dynasties don't exist at this time. There is neither the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan nor the kingdom of Rama. It is now the end of the Iron Age. There will definitely be the Golden Age after the end of the Iron Age. There is this old impure world in the Iron Age. Everyone is in great sorrow. This is the why they sing the praise of the deities and bow down to their idols. Okay, who gave Lakshmi and Narayan their kingdom? Is there anyone who can tell us this? This wouldn't be in anyone's thoughts because their intellects think that the Iron Age is still in its infancy. They think that there are still 40,000 years left. Therefore, these thoughts don't enter their intellects. You now have these thoughts. Some children say that they are unable to stay in remembrance. Why not? Because they don't wake up early in the morning and imbibe knowledge while sitting in remembrance. They understand it but are unable to explain to anyone. This will definitely happen. Not everyone can become sensible to the same extent. There have to be those who are sensible and those who are senseless. Those who are very sensible will go and become kings and queens. The more someone understands and explains to others, the more his name will be glorified. When they hold an exhibition, they write to Baba and ask him to send so and so. Can you not explain? Baba, that one has more practice. We are still a little weak. Baba himself says, whenever you receive an invitation, write to Baba and then Baba will see who is available and who should be sent. Are there any sannyasis who have also been invited to that same place? Then a very good Brahma Kumari should be sent There. Okay, you can send anyone out of Kumarika Manohar Ganga. There are many children, send Jagdish, send Ramesh. You can also understand that each one is cleverer than the other. Just as there are judges and magistrates, they are all cleverer than each other. The government knows that each one is cleverer than the other. This is why a case goes from one court to another, higher court. Then the case reaches the high court and it is then put to the court above that. If that one doesn't give the right of judgment, the case is taken to a higher court. Have mercy on this one. Such things happen here. They don't happen in the golden and silver ages. From the copper age, there is the kingdom of the king and queen. There it would be the emperor and empress who look after all the cases. There would only be a few cases. Now all are impure and tamopradhan. If a case were taken to the emperor, he would give a small punishment. If the mistake made was serious, he would give severe punishment. Here, there are so many judges and lawyers. There is such a big difference in the activities. No one knows what happens in the golden age. The father has now explained to you. Ask anyone if they know Lakshmi and Narayana. For instance, Bidla has built many temples to them, so a clever child should write him a letter. You have had many temples built to Lakshmi and Narayana. However, how did they receive their kingdom since it was the iron age before the golden age? There is nothing in the iron age. The deities would not have fought with anyone. No one can become a master of the world by fighting. The pictures of Lakshmi and Narayan are the pictures of those who were the masters of the world. It is now the iron age. Here people fight with weapons. The father has explained that if those who belong to the Christian religion were to come together and love one another, they could become the masters of the world. However, it is only Lakshmi and Narayan who become the masters of the world. The intellects say that if they were to come together, they could become the masters of the world. But none of them can become a king or queen of the golden age. The drama is created in this way. We are now once again claiming our inheritance of heaven with the power of yoga. You can explain to them how they also attain their status from the Father. A cycle ago at the confluence age. We have completed 84 births and we are once again claiming our inheritance. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharana. Number 1. In order to imbibe knowledge and inspire others to imbibe it, wake up early in the morning and stay in remembrance of the Father. Practice explaining to others what you yourself have understood. Number 2. Remove your intellect's yoga from worldly relations and remember the one Father from beyond this world. It is your business to listen to the knowledge that you receive from the Father and to relate it to others. Today's blessing is, may you finish all types of dependency with your complete and perfect stage and become a conqueror of matter. Detail. When you remain stable in your complete and perfect stage, you will experience victory. That is, a right over matter. There cannot be any type of dependency in the complete and perfect stage. However, in order for you to make your stage complete and perfect, there have to be 3 things at the same time. Number 1, spirituality. Number 2, spiritual intoxication. Number 3, the virtue of being merciful. When these three things are visible in your form, in your stage, on your face, and in your actions, you would then be said to be soul who has all rights and is conqueror of matters. Slogan is, if the reins of Srimat are strong, then the whole horse, the mind cannot run free. Om Shanti.